Okay, so this is a video on how to find the equation of a circle if we are given 2 points and a tangent. So what do we have? We are given the equation of a tangent to the circle, and we are given the point where, this is the equation, where the tangent touches the circle, the point A. Okay. And we are also given another point, B, and we can draw the chord between A and B. So what we need to find is we need to find the equation of this line, and we need to find the equation of this line, and where the two meet is the center of our circle. Okay, so how do we find the equation of these two lines? So where we are given the 2 points A and B, we find the midpoint, we find the slope between A and B, we find the perpendicular slope, and then once we have the midpoint and the perpendicular slope, we find the equation of this yellow line. And over here, once we are given the tangent, the equation of the tangent, we find the slope of this tangent, we find the perpendicular slope of the tangent, and then we have the point A and that perpendicular slope, and then we can find the equation of this blue line, and then we'll use simultaneous equations to find where the two intersect, and that is our center. Okay, so let's look at this example. Okay, we start with the yellow line, which is a perpendicular bisector between A and B. Okay, so we have our 2 points. A is 5, 3, 5, 3, and B is -2, 4. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is find the midpoint. So we label x1, y1, x2, y2. So we find the midpoint now. So the x values, 5 minus 2 over 2, and then 3 plus 4 minus 2. So that gives me a midpoint of 5 minus 2 is 3, 3 over 2, and 7 over 2. So that is this midpoint here. Next step is the slope. We find the slope between A and B. So we go 4 minus 3 over -2 minus 5. 4 minus 3 is 1, -2 minus 5 is -7. So the slope of the yellow line is 1 over -7. And the perpendicular slope now, the perpendicular slope would be 7. So we flip it and we change the sign. Yeah, we flip and we change the sign. Okay, so between this slope and this midpoint, we can now find the equation of the perpendicular bisector. Okay, so 4, that would be y minus 7 over 2 equals 7x minus 3 over 2. We multiply that out. Y minus 7 over 2 equals 7x minus 21 over 2. I multiply by 2 to get rid of the fraction. 2y minus 7 equals 14. 14x minus 21. So I will bring the 14x to the left and then the -7 to the right. So that leaves me with 2y minus 14x equals minus 21 plus 7 is then minus 14. So that is the equation of the perpendicular bisector between A and B. I will leave it in this form so that it'll be easier for the simultaneous equations. Okay, so let's go back. So now I will look at the blue line. Okay, so for the blue line, I need to find the slope. So we are in we are part 5 now. So I need to find the slope of the tangent. So remember if I have the tangent in this form, 3x minus 4y minus 3 equals 0, then I have this here as A and this here as B, and the slope is minus A over B. In our case, it would be minus 3 over minus 4. The two minuses cancel, and the slope of that tangent is just 3 over 4. So point 6 now is to get the perpendicular slope of this tangent, which then would be the slope of the line to the center. So the perpendicular slope is, we flip and we change the sign, minus 4 over 3. So question 7 now is, question 7 is to find the equation of the line between this slope and this point A. Okay, so we go y minus 3 equals minus 4 over 3, x minus 5. So I multiply the left by 3 in order to get rid of the fraction. So I get 3y minus 3 equals minus 4x minus 5. So that 3 has gone over to the left. So I multiply this out. 3y minus 9 equals minus 4x plus 20. I will bring the minus 4x to the left, and I will bring the minus 9 to the right. So when I change the sign, 3y plus 4x equals then 20 plus 9, which is 29. So now I have my two equations, and I have to use simultaneous equations to find where they intersect. So let me write them on top of each other. So 2y minus 14x is minus 14. And then I have 3y plus 4x equals 29. So that is the equations of the yellow and the blue line. And I'll find out now where they intersect. So I think I will multiply the top by 3, and I will multiply the bottom by minus 2. So I multiply the top by 3, so that gives me 6y minus 42x equals minus 42. And the bottom by minus 2 gives me minus 6y minus 8x equals minus 58. I add the two together. I can cancel this. Minus 42x minus 8x is minus 50x. Minus 42 minus 58 is minus 100. I divide by minus 50. X is minus 100, or divided by minus 50, which is 2. So I have the x value of the center. Now I need to find the y value. And I think I put this x, the 2, into this equation, into this x instead of this. Yeah, so I replace this x by 2. So 3y plus 4 times 2 equals 29. So that gives me 3y plus 8 equals 29. I will bring the 8 over and minus it. So 3y equals 29 minus 8, which is 21. I divide by 3. And so that gives me y equals 7. So now I have the coordinates for the center, which is 2, 7. Okay, so I have found out that this center is at 2, 7. And now I need to find the radius in order to build the equation of the circle. And all I do is now find the distance between 2, 7 and 5, 3. And that gives me this here is then the radius. So 2, 7 and 5, 3. So the center is 2, 7. A is 5, 3. So I find the distance between these 2 points, and that is the radius. x1, y1, x2, y2. So the distance is the root of 5 minus 2 all squared plus 3 minus 7 all squared, which is the root of 5 minus 2 is 3, 3 squared plus minus 4 squared, which is root of 25, which is 5. So my radius is 5. So now I have the center and I have the radius, and I can go x minus 2 all squared plus y minus 7 all squared gives me 5 squared, which is 25.